no longer. Hello, I want to share with you positive signs during separation. You're in a relationship with somebody and you're no longer enjoying that relationship, and of course, I will not advise anybody you know, to remain in a relationship that you're no longer enjoying, because, as a matter of fact, it's going to affect you, you mentally, physically, emotionally, because you don't want to go through that emotional stress, that emotional trauma. Now, you decided to separate, you decided to divorce. In a relationship, you decided to break up. In marriage, you decided to, go your separate ways. You decided to divorce. And as you divorce, there are some certain changes that will definitely happen. Get me right. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying these changes that will happen will make you feel like marriage is not worth it. Get me right. No. What I'm trying to say is, in every aspect of life, in everything that life has to offer, there is always the positive side and the negative side. There are so many advantages of marriage. Don't get me wrong. There are so many advantages of marriage, and there are also advantages of being single. Yes, there are so many advantages of being single, but you will not want to say, okay, because there are advantages of being married, and there are also advantages of being single. Then you want to remain single, or you're into a relationship or into marriage and you decide to say, okay, I want to divorce because there are so many advantages of being single. No, marriage is a good thing. Marriage is what everybody craves for. A successful marriage, a happy marriage. Peradventure, you're so lucky you dwell in a peaceful home, in a good marriage. You will enjoy it so much. You prefer a married life than a single life, of course. Now, I'm going to share with you the positive signs of separation. Like I said previously, don't get me wrong that these advantages I'm going to mention here, you're not going to see it in marriage. If you have a very peaceful marriage, these things I'm going to mention here, you will definitely see it in marriage. Because marriage is something that both partners work together to help themselves achieve some certain things in the marriage. Separate goals and combined goals. When I mean separate goals, each individual wants to achieve what they want to achieve in the relationship or in the marriage. Get me right? Then separate goals are something, combined goals are something both people come together, both parties come together to say, okay, let's achieve some certain things. So, the things separation can give to you, marriage can also give to you even more, depending on the kind of marriage you find yourself into, or the kind of relationship you find yourself into. That is why I would advise people from the very onset, make sure your relationship is working, because there are so many advantages on the long run when you have a peaceful relationship or peaceful marriage. There are so many advantages on the long run. So try as much as possible to have a good partner who understands your situation, understand you very, very much, so that you guys can align together and work together. Perhaps you're separated, you're divorced, you're no longer in a relationship, you've broken up. Now, these are the positive signs of separation. Self-awareness. When you're separated, you literally, know yourself. You literally know what you want. Why do you know what you want? Because you've gone into a relationship, you've gone to a marriage, you have seen things, you've seen happenings in that relationship, you've seen things in that marriage, and you literally know what you want and what you don't want in a man, or in a relationship, or in a woman. Get me right? Because I'm talking to both men and women. You've literally seen what you want in that relationship. You've seen the advantages. You've seen how to go about relationship and marriage. Get me right? So it brings up that self-awareness, because you've seen everything, or almost everything marriage has to offer. Brings out that self-awareness, like I said. Personal growth. Personal growth is kind of like you want to, adventure in so many things that literally you couldn't do in marriage. Yes. Separation brings about personal growth. You begin to discover new hobbies. You begin to discover new interests that can push you further in life. Begin to find other interesting aspects of your life, other interesting areas of your life that you want You want to explore. You want to explore your life. You want to explore your character. You want to explore your surroundings and everything. You want to, push yourself. Personal growth. When you're separated, when you're single, it brings about personal growth, because peradventure you're not thinking about husband, you're not thinking about children. You're just focused on yourself. How to improve yourself. Get me right? Rediscovery of independence is another thing that can help you, that benefits you when you're separated. Yes, rediscovery of independence. Now, some people are so subjected in relationship or in marriage that they feel everything should just be perfect. The man should be perfect, the woman should be perfect. There should be no mistakes. There should be no faults or from anywhere. Everything should just be going smoothly. It doesn't work like that. Now, when you have that mindset and you go into a relationship with that mindset, or you go into marriage with that mindset, and things begin to go the wrong way, you feel like you're in the wrong marriage. Yes, you feel like you're in the wrong marriage. But it's because you have that mindset that things must be perfect, things must be 100%, and which doesn't work out that way. So now, when you're separated, you begin to realize that yes, things don't usually go the way it's planned. Things usually don't go the way we think it should go. You begin to have that repurpose. You begin to re-strategize. You begin to think things in a different angle. You begin to think how to make things work. Perhaps maybe the marriage or the relationship you separated from was actually divorced, or just giving yourself space. Get me right? So you begin to repurpose. Okay, these are the things I should have done to make the relationship work. These are the things I shouldn't have done to make this relationship work. Okay, when I get back to this relationship, or when I get back to a new relationship, these are the things I will put in place to make the relationship work. Or these things are the things my husband or my wife or my boyfriend or my girlfriend complained about that literally make us to break up. Okay, these things I will not put them in this new relationship. Or when I get back to this relationship, or we come back together, these are the things I should avoid. It makes you propose, that feeling of trying to make it work, trying to make things work. You get me right? They say absence can make the heart grow fonder. It's a true fact. Yes, it's a true fact. Absence can make the heart grow fonder. Now, what this literally means is, when you're separated with somebody or separated from somebody, you begin to miss certain things the person does to you, because somebody cannot be 100% bad. Somebody cannot be 100% on the wrong side. You get me right? There are some things you actually miss about that person. Definitely, no matter how bad the person is, except maybe he constantly abuse you. He's always looking for every opportunity to abuse you. He's always looking for every opportunity to put you under his feet, to make sure you are silenced. That is when you will not miss. But as long as such a thing is not happening in the relationship before you separated, you will definitely miss a thing about that person. Definitely. Now, separation helps you, take care of yourself the way you want it. Separation helps you live that free life. Separation helps you, actually get what you literally couldn't get in marriage. Don't get me wrong, you can get everything you want in marriage, but there are some certain things you can't do. It's not advisable. Not that you can't do it. It's not advisable to do it because when you do it, you are literally affecting other person's life. You're literally, causing emotional trauma for the other person, the other party. Aside that, separation can really make you dependent on yourself. Take care of yourself very well. Look into the areas that you are lagging behind and improve on your self-care. You do the things you actually want to do for yourself to increase your personal growth, to increase your self-care, your emotions, how to coordinate yourself and everything. Get me right? A potential for a fresh start. Yes. Like I said, there are so many things you've done in the marriage that probably your husband or your wife wasn't comfortable with, and which led to the separation. And when you're separated, it gives you that fresh start. It gives you that thinking mind, that positive mind to correct some certain things that happened in the relationship, in your previous relationship. Get me right? So you will not want to go into another relationship whereby you begin to bring out those characters that made you separated. So when you're separated from your partner, it gives you that fresh mindset. It gives you, okay, these are the things I need to put in place. These are the things I need to put in place for these things to work. Okay, he said he doesn't like late night food. Okay, try as much as possible to reduce the late night food. Okay, he said he doesn't like you watching TV late at night. Okay, try and reduce it. Okay, it's disturbing the volume of the TV. Is disturbing the things you should put in place. Things you should forgo. I'm just literally, these are just little things. I mean, there are so many things that can cause separation. These are just little things. I just incite as examples. Get me right? So look at all the things that has happened in your previous relationship and try to amend your ways. So separation gives you that fresh start. It gives you that fresh mindset that, okay, I'm going to a relationship again. I've worked on myself. Get me right? So that you to avoid anything that will cause separation, divorce, breakup again in your relationship. And don't get me wrong, this is what I usually tell people. Every individual is different from each individual are different. Get me right? Okay, the person you were in relationship with might be different from the person you want to have a fresh start with. And everybody has his own wants and desires in relationship. Everybody has his own character. So perhaps you're going to a relationship with an entirely different person from who you are really. But the basic things is that just look at the things that are good, look at the things that are bad. Look at the things that this person complained of that are not good. Try as much as possible to keep those aside and avoid them at the first instance. Avoid those things. Then, after avoiding those first instance, those first things that you've experienced in your previous relationship, now study this person. Look at this person that, okay, aside these things that I've experienced in my friend that I've dropped, I don't want to bring up those things in my new relationship. What are these other things this person doesn't like? Study the person. Know what the person wants. Then work towards it. Add those things. They will be very, very little. Because why? Because certain things that you have dropped aside, the person will not be complaining about them anymore. So it will be very, very little thing that the person will complain. If at all there's any complaint, it will be very, very little thing, maybe one or two. Then you correct those things. Dump them where you have dumped those bad attitudes. And your relationship will go fine. I will also want to say improve conflict resolutions. When you have been separated, you've learned how to handle certain things. You can't tell me you'll be separated and you will not work on yourself. It's a taboo. Due to the pain and experience of the past relationship, you should definitely work on yourself. And one of the things you work on is how to handle conflicts. Because there's no relationship, there's no marriage without conflict. There's no marriage, there's no relationship without having issues. So you should learn how to be matured. You should work on your maturity level, how to handle conflicts in the home, how to avoid conflicts in the home, and this will help you in your new relationship. So these are the points I want to mention in this my video. So you look into it, the positive signs of separation, work on yourself, so you have a better relationship life, have a better marriage life. See you on my next video. Drop your comments, subscribe to this channel for more relationship, marriage, and love tips on this particular channel. See you on my next video. Bye for now.